Hello everyone, my name's Hua and today I'm gonna read you this cute little book. Name is The Tale is of Tom Kitten. I like kittens. Do you like kittens too? I think so. If you like it, put in the comment everyone. And do not forget to like and subscribe. Do not wait anymore. Just push it already. Okay, I'm gonna tell it to you. Once upon a time, there were 3 little kittens, and their names were Mittens, Tom Kitten, and Moppet. They had a dear fur coat of their own, and they tumbled about the doorstep and played in the dust. But one day their mother, Mrs. Tabitha Twitchit, expected friends to tea. So she fetches the kittens indoors to wash and dress them before the fine company arrive. First, she scrubbed their face. She is scrubbing Moppet. Then she brushed her fur. Now it is Mittens. Then she combed their tails and whiskers. That one is Tom Kitten. Tom was very naughty and he scratched. Mr. Tabitha dressed Moppet and Mittens in clean pinafores and tuckers. And then she took all sorts of elegant, comfortable clothes put out of a chest drawers in order to dress her son, Thomas. Tom Kitten was very fat, but he had grown. Several buttons burst off. His mother sewed them on again. When the 3 little kittens were ready, Mrs. Tabitha unwisely turned them out into the garden to be out of the way while she made hot buttered toast. Ooh, hot buttered toast. Yummy. Aw, look at those kittens. Aren't they beautiful and adorable? I think it's more like those kittens allowed to be crawling, not standing. But when we're standing, they're even cuter than before. Now, keep your frocks clean, children. You must walk on your hind legs. Keep away from the dirty ash pit and from Sally Henny Penny, from the pigsty and the puddle ducks. So she wanted to make them to be dirty, right? Moppet and Mittens walked down the garden path unsteadily. Presently, they trod upon the pinafores and fell on their nose. Then, when they stood up, there were several green smurfs. Green smurfs? You know what is smurfs? Let's climb up the rocky and sit on the garden wall, said Moppet. They turned their pinafores back to front and went up a skip and jump. Moppet's white tuckers fell down into the road. Oh. Tom Kitten was quite unable to jump when walking upon his hind legs and trousers. He came up the rockery by degrees, breaking the ferns and shredding buttons right and left. Ooh! Now Now their clothes are start to worn off, and then isn't and then it gonna be tears off. He was all in pieces when he reached the top of the wall. Moppet and Mitten tried to pull him together. His hat fell off and the rest of the button burst because he's fat. While they were in difficulties, there was a pit-pat-paddle-pat, and the 3 puddle duck came along the hard high road, marching one behind the other and doing the goose step. Pit-pat-paddle-pat, pit-pat-waddle-pat. Quite funny. They stopped and stood in a row and started up at the kittens. They had very small eyes and looked surprised. Then the 2 birds, Rebecca and Jemima Puddle Duck, picked up the hat and tucker and put them on. Oh! Mittens laughed so that she fell off the wall. Moppet and Tom descended after her. The pinafores and all of the rest of Tom's clothes came all the way down. "Come, Mr. Drake Puddle Duck," said Moppet. "Come and help us to dress him. Come and button up Tom." Mr. Drake Puddle Duck advanced in a slow, sideways manner and picked up the various articles. But he put him on himself. They fitted him even worse than Tom Kitten. "It's a very fine morning," said Mr. Drake Puddle Duck. And he and Jemima and Rebecca Puddle Duck set out on the road, keeping step, pit-pat-paddle-pat, pit-pat-waddle-pat. So funny, isn't it? Then Tabitha Twitches came down the garden and found her kittens on the wall with no clothes on. Oh! She pulled them off the wall, smacked them, and took them back to the house. "My friends will arrive in a minute, and you're not fit to be seen. I am affronted," said Mrs. Tabitha Twitchit. She sent them upstairs, and I am sorry to say she told her friends that they were in bed with the measles, which is not true. Quite the contrary, they are not in bed, not in the least. Somehow they're very ordinary noise overhead, which disturbed the dignity and repose of a tea party. Look, they are disturbing the tea party with making a lot of noise in the bedroom. And I think that someday I shall have to make another, larger book to tell you more about Tom Kitten. Oh! As for the puddle ducks, they went into a pond. All the clothes all came out directly because there are no buttons. And Mr. Drake Puddle Duck and Jemima and Rebecca have been looking for them ever since. The end. I think this is quite short, so let's get up a summaries. There was 3 little kittens, Tom, Mittens, and Moppet. And they loved to play together. One day, Mr. Sweet, let's call them their mom. one day their mom get a tea party with her friends, so she need to make her children be nice. They love to play in the dust, but this day will not. First, she cleaned them up. Then she brushed their fur. Wait me. Something kind of seem. Wait me. Just a little. Oh, she scrubbed her face, she brushed their fur, and she combed their tails and whiskers. But when she is trying to brush Tom's whiskers and tail, he scratched her because he did not want to brush his tails and whiskers. And then she takes out her clothes. Mitten and Moppet wear white dress? Pinafores. They're pinafores. And as Tom Kitten, she take out his short and pants and sweaters out, and then tried on him. All the buttons bursted out because Tom was fat, but he has grown. Then she sewed it on back, and then she led them to play in the garden. They played and played in the garden, and then they played so much that Moppet's pinafores fell out. And then she didn't notice it. She kept playing. And then two of the little kittens, Moppet and Mitten, jumped on the garden wall and then looked at the road. And then Mitten's pinafores fell out too. Then while Mitten and Moppet looking down at the road, Tom Kitten was playing, breaking ferns and shredding the buttons out. One by one of a button has been fell out and on the road, and his hat fell off, and three of the little kittens didn't notice they have no clothes. They were just having fun playing in the garden. And at that time, the paddle ducks come, and they see the clothes. Then Mitten fell down. Moppet and Tom fell down with her too. Then Moppet said, "Let's button up Tom." Then Mr. Paddle Duck or something grab up the clothes. Instead of putting up on Tom, he put it on himself. It fits perfectly. "It's a fine morning," he said, and then he walked away. That time, three of the little kittens' mom comes out and see them playing in the garden, because they go back to the garden back again. And then she said to them, "Oh, how dare you take out your clothes," and then smack them for their lesson. And then clean them and then put them to bed, but they're not in bed. And then her friends come, and one said, where is all of your children? One said, and then she answered, they're in bed. But that is untrue. And then they got a tea party together. That time, 3 of the little kittens keep playing in the bedroom. And that time, the paddle ducks with 3 of the little kittens, Moppet, Kitten, Mitten, and Tom's clothes were on them. And then when they went on the pond, the clothes fell out. And what they wanted to do is get some clothes. So, our summaries is done. And our reading is done too. Well, it's over. If you like kittens, put in the comment. And please repost if you really love this. Goodbye, everyone. See ya. And do not forget anything I said, okay? Remember that.